You may have noticed recently we had an ad campaign for National Coming Out Day in which we put 5 billboards up around town. One of the main reasons for putting those billboards up was for the Mid-South to know that we're here. I think we've accomplished that. And as you saw, the billboards carried very simple messages. One said, "I'm gay and God loves me as I am." One right down the street says, "We're married and God loves us as we are." They were very simple messages from people in our community. None of these were stock photos. They're all people that we interact with on a daily basis. And we thought it was important to have real people so that people understood that these people are already in our community. These are the people that you work with. They're the people that go to your church. They sit next to you in church every Sunday. They're your children. They're your parents. They're your co-workers. It was very important for us to send the message that these people are already part of your lives and that we should be treated with respect and dignity, just like any other person in our community. Unfortunately, one of those billboards was met with violence and intolerance. As you all know, since you're here, the billboard featuring former Marine Tim Smith, which said, "I'm gay and I'm protecting your freedom," was ripped down from the billboard within 7 to 10 days. We can't let this sort of thing continue to happen in our community. And I wondered if perhaps the people that did that and the people that supported the action thought, they'll just run away and hide. They will cower in fear because we have done something, we've done some violence to them. We have said we don't tolerate this in our community. They're wrong, because we're going to be louder. We're going to be more in their faces. We're going to be more visible, more out. This is not going to stop us. It has only energized us to do more in the community. So we hear a lot of talk about the homosexual agenda, right? And we let the other side define that. Well, guess what? I do have an agenda. I intend to be treated equally and fairly, and I intend for everybody in my life to be treated equally and fairly. We deserve that, and we're not going to put up with anything less than that. So yes, I do have an agenda, and I hope all of you share that agenda. It is time for us to be treated with respect, dignity, and tolerance. Nothing less is acceptable. So I don't know how many of you guys play around on Google and look for things like gay Memphis billboard to see how many news stories there have been. I've been doing it for several days now. It's amazing. It started out with Mid-South, obviously. Everybody in town has covered the story. And then it expanded. It expanded all over the state, all over the Southeast. We got some national coverage thanks to some people like Tommy Simmons, who pushed it out to the National Equality March people. Once that happened, it spread. So I've been reading news reports from Germany, from South Africa, from the Philippines, talking about this incident and reacting with shock and amazement that such things could happen, and especially in the United States. So the world is watching us here. The world is watching to see how we respond to this intolerance, this violence. And it doesn't often happen that Memphis gets to lead the way on an LGBT rights issue. So we have to show the rest of the world what we're made of here in Memphis. That just because they see us as a backwater, that we don't have to accept that. We know what we're made of here. We have a couple hundred people here who say it's time for us to stop backing down. It's time for us to stop giving in. And we are going to use this opportunity to change the Mid-South, to change the lives of everyone in this room, but also those people who can't come out. We have a lot of people that we all know who fear coming out, who fear being honest about their lives because they don't want to lose their kids, they don't want to be kicked out of church, they don't want to lose their friends. We have to speak out for them, and that's why we're here. Today is not the end of this, this is the beginning of this. And it is time for all of us to help the rest of our community come out as much as they can and say, we are everywhere. It's not just a small group of people in this room. It is a much larger community that we need to support. It starts now. today's that day. As you probably saw, we have a theme for today. At one of the interviews I gave, I said, protest and anger just stir up anger. Protest with a purpose, give us some direction. We can acknowledge our anger, we can acknowledge our fear and our being sick to our stomach about something that happened to us or one of the people that we know. But we have to do something with that. And the theme of today and the theme from now on for MGLCC and hopefully for the rest of the community is raise your voice. And I want all of us to practice this. Raise your voice. Okay? So, the next time we hear of a trans woman being beaten or killed in Memphis, what are we going to do? Raise your voice. The next time we see or hear of a lesbian couple being told that their love is not real because they're two women, what are we going to do? Raise our voice. The next time someone says to a bisexual friend of ours, you don't belong here, you need to pick a side, what are we going to say?